Welcome back, everybody, to the Mechanics of Poetry, episode 17 from season 2. We are deeply into the season that's almost over. Only 2 more shows after this one, and the season will be over. Today's guest poet is a beloved local legend, CaLokie. And before we get into his first poem, I'm going to give him a chance to say whatever he likes before we do that. So go ahead, CaLokie.
Oh, just honored to be here, and glad to be a part of the Pasadena Poets, which we began as the emerging Pasadena Poets, and now here we are. I think we've emerged.
I'm glad you brought that up. That's some history that I tried to convey in that interview on Shout Out LA that was published today. Got some Pasadena poetry history in there for those who are curious. And I don't remember if I said the words emerging urban poets. I said it was Mike Carlin's workshop, but that was the Emerging Urban Poets Workshop. A strange name, to say the least, since we were not urban enough being in Pasadena. And so CaLokie actually predates me there by a year, so that's pretty cool. Let's get into his first poem. Screen share. There we go.
Mount Wilson.
Yeah, go ahead and read it, sir.
Mount Wilson. Yesterday, while walking on the second floor balcony of my Pasadena condo to go to the east elevator and passing as usual the Mount Wilson Observatory, 5,710 feet above the Pacific Ocean, I saw the ghost of Edwin Hubble puffing on a curved stem pipe as he looked up to where he had once worked. Did you used to work there, Dr. Hubble? I asked. I remember in my science class, the teacher said you discovered that the Milky Way galaxy wasn't the only one in the universe. Yes, we are not alone, he said. Our Milky Way galaxy, with 100 to 400 billion stars, has over 2 trillion similar-sized neighbors in the observable universe. He took a puff from his pipe. In 2020, Andrea Ghez and Reinhold Genzel were awarded the Nobel Prize for their discovery that a supermassive black hole most likely governs the orbits of stars in the center of the Milky Way. Moreover, most of them have supermassive black holes at their core. Wow, this is so mind-boggling, I said. No wonder they say that scientists like you, Ghez, Genzel, Einstein, Newton, Hawking, etc., are the universe aware of itself. I've heard that, he said, taking another puff. Okay, so let me ask you, how can something come from nothing? Consciousness from unconsciousness, the personal from the impersonal. He exhaled smoke from his pipe. How the hell do you expect me to know something like that? I'm only a scientist, not a poet.
Oh, yeah. Well, now we can talk about this poem. Well, it seems like just yesterday we were having an existential conversation about the awareness of the universe. I seem to remember this. We were on a freeway somewhere. Yes. And I noticed right away in this first paragraph, I mean, this is a prose poem, obviously, and some detractors might not even call it a poem, but that's because they're not aware that there's more than one type of poem in the universe. And this particular one here, some might call it narrative, some might call it a character study, some might call it humor. It's all of the above. And proof point in positive, right here where it says, and it tripped me up the first time I read it, it said, passing as usual the Mount Wilson Observatory 710 feet above the Pacific Ocean. I thought, wow, that elevator goes high. So that was very existential. Really enjoyed that a lot. And I also noticed it was it's the fifth paragraph. That's the line that reminded me of yesterday, where it says, wow, this is so mind-boggling. No wonder they say that scientists like you, et cetera, are the universe aware of itself. Now that's in quotation marks. So right away, I'm wondering, this is not quoting anybody but yourself, right? You have the voices in the poem. Am I correct there?
Well, I've heard that term universe aware of itself so many times.
Yeah.
I agree that.
It's a hearkening, would you say it's a hearkening to that?
Yeah, I don't know. I just said a number of times. Yeah,
yeah, so it's a well-known thing amongst scientific poets.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also poetic scientists.
Yeah, which brings us to the last point I wanted to make, the one that's obvious to everybody, that marvelous punchline at the end. I'm only a scientist, not a poet. Yeah, the best for last. Punchline poetry, stand-up poetry. It's quite a history. It's been around for like 50 years, I do believe. Back in the 60s was the advent of stand-up poetry.
Yeah, I was definitely impressed by it. I became started in the 90s. That's the first thing I really was impressed. I wanted to be a stand-up poet when I grew up.
Yeah, I can relate to that. When I went to Cal State LA back in the early 80s, the poetry that turned me on to poetry was stand-up poetry, quite honestly. Yeah. All right, let's get that second poem going. Whoa. There it is, Train Ride. And now I got to share it.
Next week, next Thursday is both John Coltrane and my birthday. So I feel very lucky.
I know how old you're going to be. How old is John Coltrane going to be in his afterlife?
He's won his immortality so many times over.
Yeah. But so he's got to be over 100, right?
Yeah, something like that. I think he may be only 4 or 5. Well, he died like in his 40s or something like that. And
oh my gosh.
It was.
Well, I didn't know he died that young. Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, Train Ride.
Even more poignant. Yes, go ahead, sir.
Train Ride. And the great spirit breathed into John Coltrane, and he blew into his saxophone sheets of sound with light years speed through the spiraling dark hole of his horn, drawing the atoms of body and soul, whirling into a cool fusion and spinning them out in a fiery fission, exploding us, imploding us, dividing us, uniting us, while riding the train to places far away and deep within. Touring soprano sax lands of all our favorite things, exploring and probing with Coltrane. All the universe means to him, but abruptly losing our way with bursting tenor sax shrieks, McCoy Tyner's resounding piano chord crashes, and Elvin Jones' thundering drum rolls, but brought back on course as Jimmy Garrison, with closed eyes and sweating forehead, throbs bass strings in a trance dance, traveling the train where no one's been before, while the Creator exhales through him, and we inhale a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme. Happy birthday, Jane.
Well, doesn't reach the station until next week.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Got to give it 7 days.
7 days.
Well, yeah, for those of you who might have felt the last poem was lacking in poetic devices, well, suck on the sound of alliteration, saxophone sheets of sound, light year speed into the spiraling dark hole, drawing the atoms of body and soul in a cool fusion and spinning them out in a fiery fission. Well, man, there's a whole lot of S's going on here. Very musical. And my first automatic question is, why does it go from right down to left?
From right to left?
I was curious about that.
That's a good question. How should I
I don't know either. Good answer. No. Well, instinctually, you wanted it to do that?
I just basically instinctually.
Yeah. Okay. It's different.
Back at the yeah.
Not the same old. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's the only poem I've ever done like that. I think. Well, not too many. I might have done another one, but not as many lines.
I understand more fully deep within. That I like. Because it really goes the way my eyes expected. And then I'm not an expert on this song, but it repeats those phrases. Am I correct?
Yes, I did.
Favorite things, love supreme, love supreme.
Two of my favorite John Coltrane, coincidentally.
Yeah. I've tried hard to get into this song, man. It just hasn't resonated with me yet. I've tried.
Well, I appreciate the John Coltrane T-shirt you got me one time.
But some of your phrases I'm digging, like trance dance. Even resounding piano chord is not too shabby. Tenor sax shrieks. Yeah, I hear that the hardest thing to write about is music in a poem.
Yes.
You seem to have done it here.
Yeah, it is, really is, because how can music is non-verbal expression.
And I would be remiss not to express that this line that begins the final stanza, traveling the train where no one's been before while the creator exhales. Pretty majestic. That's very nice. Through him and we inhale. Yeah, I think I enjoy this poem just as much as the song. Right? So
thank you.
There you go. That's a compliment to the poem, compliment to the poet. CaLokie's got some versatility here. How about that? Speaking of versatility, what is that third poem? Where is that third poem?
The third poem is Our Family, and I want you to join me on that. Oh, I have my son, Miho. I see Mark.
We got us a visitor.
Hey, Pops, Don.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome aboard. You know, I've always made people welcome to come join in these recordings, but very few do, because the times of day are always different. But of course, like all the episodes, this will be put up on YouTube for posterity.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, back at the third poem. Where is it, man? Who's got it?
Okay, and you read the red lines and I read the black.
Is this your way of saying you got it?
Yeah.
You're screen sharing it? Okay.
Where
is it, man? I don't see it.
You got to send it, Dad, to
share it.
No.
The Kingfisher.
No.
I sent it to you.
You sent it to me?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the name?
It's called My Family.
Right, I'm gonna dig into it right now, see if I can find that little baby.
I could look for it.
Okay, checking my emails, looking for My Family.
It was the third one I sent.
Yeah, I got two here. I hope I didn't mistakenly think it was a submission for anything.
Well, it really is. It's My Family's going to be submitted for the death. Yeah,
Oh, in that
go
case,
ahead.
it's in that file. I'll head over to that file. I put it over there. That's what I do. When something's a submission, I automatically put it into the file. Because if I don't, I'll forget. And let's see.
In fact, I put death in this poem because to get it in there. I found a lot of my poems about death didn't have the word death in them.
It is one of the popular topics.
Love and death and all the rest.
Well, it's looking like you got to resend it to me, or you put it up. You can put it up too.
I know. Well, let's see. Let me get it out in here. Just a
Yeah, we got to
second.
get this poem out. I don't know why I don't have it. I should have checked.
Well, what poems do you have?
The two that I put up.
You didn't have a third one?
No, sir.
Okay. I had to make it smaller to get it here. Just a second out.
Yeah, just bring up the file.
I got to get this smaller here first in here.
Yeah. No problem.
Oh, let's see where is it? I can't. I've lost where it is. Where you make it bigger and smaller.
Oh yeah, the size doesn't matter as long as we can get the file. Then we can figure it out.
Well, I got to find my poem. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, finding the poem. Yeah, that's a whole nother.
It's right up it's right in front. I just got to make my screen bit smaller so I can.
Okay, do what you got to do.
Okay, I think. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and screen share it if you know how. You know how to screen share?
No, I don't. But maybe.
Oh, okay, then just email it to me and I'll screen share it. Quick
Okay.
fashion.
Okay, well, that's what I'm going to do right now. Right now. Okay, break it. Okay, now here we go. I'm going to email it to you right now. Okay, one moment.
Okay. Looking forward to that arrival.
Okay, sending.
Oh, you haven't sent it yet?
Yeah, I'm sending now.
Okay.
Oh, what do you know? Subject. Okay, I'm sending anyway. I didn't put the title. There it's coming. It's flying to you.
Yeah, we just need that. There it is. I got it now. We're in business.
Oh, cool, 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 cool.
I recommend if somebody watches this on YouTube, they skip this part. Skip ahead to 2 minutes from.
Ta-da!
Okay,
I got the red.
okay. You got the red.
Okay.
My family.
From
Metaphor comparing.
image sharing,
Sonneting.
villanelling,
Haiku and pantomime.
blank and free versing,
Take no shit.
kick ass.
Poetry family. ILMAO at Pixels of cute kitten and puppy tricks shown.
On Facebook Family Albums by brother and sister poets.
I onomatopoeia oohs and ahs with grandparent bards display photos of beautiful grandkids.
I send hearts and congratulations to proud parents exhibiting snapshots of high school or university graduates.
Along with emojis of wrath to articles or videos of Mother Earth fuckers using sacred land, water, and sky as their private sewers to maximize profits while threatening to rob these beautiful children and grandchildren of their future.
Sure, we squabble and fight.
What family don't?
Your poem prose, not poetry.
Walt Whitman sucks.
Emily Dickinson rocks.
Vice versa.
However, when suffering inevitably comes,
a sister or brother poet or their loved ones get cancer or COVID-19,
a coming surgery,
death of a mother, father, daughter, son,
loss of a dog, cat, goldfish, or canary,
we surround with our love.
we are family.
We U.S. poets, not America first.
We are from Africa first.
We descended from holy womb of Black Eve 200,000 years ago.
And poets know, you know, that if you don't know where you came from,
You won't know where the hell you're going.
so don't give us no racial bullshit about all lives matter when descendants of slave patrols continue to be judge, jury, and executioners of the dark other.
For selling cigarettes on sidewalks.
Using a counterfeit $20 bill to buy something.
Driving with expired license tags.
Not signaling when changing lanes, jaywalking, and other misdemeanor stuff.
No lives can matter until Black lives matter.
We are a
Metaphor comparing.
image sharing,
Sonneting.
blank and reverse sharing. Wait, oh no, villanelling. I thought I said that.
It's like haiku and pantomime.
Blank and reversing.
Take no shit.
Kick ass.
Poetry family.
Wow.
And as you know, I do like to do duets and trios and call and response.
Well, I guess a normal reviewer would say, well, how did that happen? But I know how it happened.
Yes.
Yes. Many moons ago, 1996, a poem was born with a second voice, and it begat many other poems.
That's
Okay.
You never know what happens when the baby is born, do you, Kingfisher?
Yeah, that was a very healthy child.
Well, I'm glad you
Okay.
did. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, did you want to say something?
I just saying, I'm glad
Carl
that
Jr.
he did not read the or have me read the Little Richard.
Hey, what is wrong with you, CaLokie?
That one's hard.
Yeah, it really is. I'll take a lot of practice. And
You're gonna have to make it up to this guy somehow. That's all I can say. We're gonna have to do this
Oh,
some
yeah.
other time.
yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I gotta do my job here, which is very brief, and that is to tell the folks in YouTube land, you've seen 3 of CaLokie's poems, and this third one, a little different than the other 2, huh? He's got it's kind of like a combo of both, right? He's got some interesting lines along with the framing, which is serving like a refrain here, or a chorus, I guess you could say, right?
Yeah, usually the opening and the closing is the same.
So my question is, with the second stanza, you have I laughed my ass off at Pixes.
Yeah,
Is that Pixes?
yeah. I guess
Or
it's
Pix?
I'm cute. I rhyme with tricks or something like
Pix.
that.
Oh yeah. So if it's Pix, I think you can get rid of the E.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. The one I'm more sure about is the third line when you said onomatopoeia, oohs and ahs. Now the ahs, I'm pretty sure there's no E there. I think you should go for an apostrophe there, just like you did with the oohs.
Okay.
And go
Okay, yeah,
AW
yeah.
apostrophe S for ahs.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is good because I'll be sending this.
See, I'm trying to make this a useful critique for every poet that comes along. So I did my job.
Since I've already said this, I'll resubmit it with the proper.
Yeah. I'm not worried about you. And you know what really cut me to the quick? I mean, I'm supposed to give all my reaction to this poem. When you had that section, the penultimate section where it's giving the incidents going on, and I'm thinking to myself, I know exactly which one that was. I know exactly which one that was.
Yeah.
So that is just so devastating
So does
to
Mark.
know. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, well, you also know that shortly at that Manu Suri also had his son die at age 30 of cancer. I don't know what it was, but it was. And so I was also thinking of him.
Way too young. Yeah, way too young. All right. Well, one thing left to do. How can people get their hands on CaLokie's poetry? Where is it available? Anywhere?
On Spectrum.
Okay, folks, Spectrum, that's right. You got to subscribe to Spectrum Publishing, which puts out the numbered Spectrums and Spectrum online editions every month that you don't have the quarterly magazine. So basically, go to Spectrum Publishing every month. We're publishing something. And
I also have.
Yes, go ahead, CaLokie.
I also have a chapbook. What do you call this? Is Indian Nation. That's.
I was just going to bring that up. Four Feathers Press awarded CaLokie's chapbook Indian Nation, got first prize in the 2021 San Gabriel Valley Poetry Festival chapbook contest. Good reading, just like what you read today, only more of it. So it's fabulous. There's no poet quite like CaLokie. So you can be rest assured, you will not be bored. In fact, you might learn something. Yeah. On that happy note, I want to give Mark a chance to say something if he wants to.
Oh,
Oops, on the spot. This is CaLokie's son, Mark.
Oh, hello. I am
living in New York, right?
Yes, yes. You see the light is darker here because the sun
It's
is
what, 6:30 over there? 6:30, right?
It's 6:30. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, just wanted to give support to Pops, otherwise known as CaLokie. I call him Pops or Dad or Papasaurus. He has many names.
Makes a lot of sense.
Could I plug Mark? Mark
Yeah, go ahead.
Mark is working on a graphic novel called The Dark Backwards. It's a trilogy, and it's and he is the illustrator, and Luke. Well, let Mark explain it. He can explain it better than I can.
Oh, yeah, yes. My it's basically I'm finishing the story that my brother, who passed away from cancer 2015, that he wrote. I'm finishing it in graphic novel form since he did not get a chance to finish the story, and it's kind of a kind of a cancer fantasy story. It's like the never-ending story if it was written by a middle-aged cancer patient instead of a.
I've had a chance to look at this, and yeah, he's got some very profound thoughts in his writing there. He really examines the reality and the fantasy of it.
Yes. But it's nowhere near being finished, so I cannot plug anything, you know.
Well, looking forward to when that's done. Hopefully it'll be done in this decade.
Yes.
Putting pressure on you. Okay. All right. Thank you both. I've got to conclude this recording.
Okay. Take care.
Here we go.